Let me slap some music right quick.
You got something, sir?
Yes, sir.
What kind? Go ahead. Whenever you kill the music, then we two out.
For sure. Can you hear it?
Warrior with the hands, that's what I'm all about. Hunger in my eyes, vengeance in my mouth. They don't want no altercation. Situation gon' get critical. It's best that you be easy. The end gon' be biblical. Look, flow like a river. It's something like a miracle. Royalty in my veins, loyalty in my ways. Pay back in every breath, plus revenge in my heart. The truth in every word. Bring light into the dark. I ain't never lukewarm. Shit, I blazing in the season. Got plenty food for thought. Just gotta watch who I'm feeding. Now they walking with them angels. So I guess I got this pistol for no reason. Niggas barely breathing, criticizing all my achievements. Won't make me weak. Nah, it won't make me slack off. These niggas baby fat soft. Better bear witness or back off. I be ripping shit like sackcloth. Dumb dogs all buffed out. Behind me say I'll cut full. No room for emotion. So I pour my heart out. This road hard, but I intend to stay. And if it ain't UPK, then they in the way. My niggas righteous, they real, they down to something. Flow so deep, to drown a motherfucker. He say he in the truth, oh yeah? Well, this the home. And I don't hate them brothers, I'm just too loyal to my own. Plus what they believe, hard for me to follow. Don't rank me no head. I ain't leaving this body, then live and sleep in hollow. So when they ask I'm UPK, you tell them absolutely. And I ain't trimming my ways for nothing. Gotta execute me. Cause I can never die with my tail tucked between my legs. Shit I be thinking. Watching my daughters tucked in their bed. They so smart. And Alana, she so beautiful. But they ain't like other babies. And they daddy far from usual. Now I'm missing cause I'm about my father's business. It ain't about this shit I used to do.
That shit changed on yours?
Say it again.
Oh, never mind. I see it. I was thinking about the title. I see it.
Tried everything. I guess me and Johanna had to meet. Now I make the blind see. And I make the dead speak. And teach both my little girls the day that they lie with a man. They better bring in blood and bed sheets. Chaos match the time. This Glock match my handpiece. And I ain't trying to take him out, but I will defend this house. Or take a check. 144 in that black trench on some hitman shit. Should call me 47. Praying for Armageddon. Me and my soldiers dressed for the wedding. Fuck the fame. Ask why tell them I'm loyal to the king. Until the righteous reign. Loyal to the king. I walk that straight lane to break the chain. Loyal to the king. The devils can't have me, please. I'm loyal to the king. Bring that hot flame. New bitch ain't loyal to the king. Until the righteous reign. Loyal to the king. I walk that straight lane to break the chain. Loyal to the king. The devils can't have me, please. I'm loyal to the king. Bring that hot flame. New bitch ain't loyal to the king. Listen, death threat to hip hop. You don't stop that weak shit, I'ma mix your lean with some Grimlock. When the last time you heard it this wrong, what I wish for is when the earth inherited by the piss war. We've been to war, them the ones I'm taking risks for. Ain't got no pics or no cars to hold. Only angels watch my steps and block out my soul. Can't let them leave my body cold. I know you feel me, nigga. Let the wicked weep and the make you feel. God never been 50-50. I should now wait to sleep a seal. Let the righteous cry, silence the pretender. A rebel without a cause, as long as I remember. That's taking the kingdom, the only thing on my agenda. Can't avoid me, nigga. Middle finger to the ones that try to destroy me. Repent your beauty, I'm a beast. I told the bitch she can't eat unless she join me for dinner. Cause God ain't got no regard for a sinner. I'm powerful on them like timber. I know you feel me, nigga. In the eyes of terror, I stand still. Go to work for the collar and bring it back to the anthill. Plus everything I trust, heavy as an anvil. Show you how to stand like a man in this damn field. I know you feel me, nigga. Fuck equality, it gotta be one man win and the rest lose. Slave devastator, I'm calculating my next move. You became a real nigga, seek refuge. Body shots for cause, that'll get you bruised. My niggas whole rank to check your little attitude. I came to fuck up your mood on your little holiday like I'm Mr. Scrooge. Resurrect from the grave, walking from the fall. Visions in my eyes, gripping the mic, screaming God bless the underdog down by the letter. And live by that protocol, walk by faith, not by sight. Ain't no open door struggles. Life makes up a war, resist. Hope you're poured into a world that never left. I will endure, election will be sure, correction will be swift. No Will Smith, but I am legend. What else would you call the killer of deception? A leader got soldiers on posts in every direction. All gold like a German chef, young and a restless, swear honor like a diamond necklace. I know you feel me, nigga. Purchase your tracks today.
Shalom, Israel. Shalom, Israel. Y'all by Shem, y'all shout rocket thumb to the brothers. Y'all small thumb by Shem, y'all shout to the sisters. I'm Priest Officer 50, and today I got my brother with me, Priest Officer 595.
Shalom Christ.
Tuesday night brotherhood class, and today's topic is basically how slavery destroyed the brotherhood amongst Israel. You understand?
Right.
The tactics that they put in place to keep us in servitude to another nation, it has created tension amongst us as a people. You understand? Like, you got brothers that might have a job and the job won't pay them as much as they feel they should be paid, or they might work all week and got to give most of that money up for child support and things like that. And the brother might go out and see another one of his own people that has it a little bit easier in this kingdom, and he might go and rob that brother or steal something from that brother. You understand? Or you know, you got certain brothers that might covet another man's wife because for whatever reason he could be less fortunate, or you understand, just pure jealousy of another brother of his own nation, just from being oppressed by a whole nother nation. Mm-hmm. So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna go into the history of the slavery of the Israelites in Egypt, and I'm gonna correlate it to basically how it's the same slavery that we go through today. And I'm gonna show you certain tactics and stuff that the Egyptians of old use today, like these so-called oppressors that we live up under today. So if you could, Baba Kashah, can you go to Exodus 1? And I'm gonna have you read the whole chapter. I'm gonna chime in just to break it down a little bit.
Con. Exodus chapter 1. It start at verse 1, right?
Count, sir.
All right. Exodus chapter 1, verse 1. Now these are the names of the children of Israel which came into Egypt. Every man and his household came with Jacob. Reuben,
Uh-huh.
Simeon, Levi, and Judah, Issachar, Zebulun, Benjamin, Dan, Naphtali, Gad, and Asher. And all the souls that came out of the loins of Jacob were 70 souls, for Joseph was in Egypt already.
So
And
I'm gonna just select it, sir, if I may.
go
I'm
ahead.
gonna just give y'all some quick context. So basically, Joseph became second in command unto Pharaoh because of the events that transpired with him being in Egypt, already being sold by his brothers into slavery in Egypt. He was sold by Ishmaelites. The Ishmaelites sold him to the Egyptians, and he basically rose to the top of Egypt with the wisdom, knowledge, and understanding that the Most High blessed Joseph. You understand? And when he rose to that superpower, rose to that high rank in Egypt, it was a famine in all of the land, and eventually his brothers and father had to come down to get food from him. I ain't gonna go in too much on the story, but I'm just giving you some context on how the Israelites even came into Egypt. Joseph basically was second in command of Pharaoh. Joseph saved Egypt. So Pharaoh was like, man, look, bring your family down here, let them come down here and get them the best part of the land, and y'all live and be situated where y'all need to be situated with the knowledge that Joseph had. Because Joseph understood that the Egyptians, they ain't mess with dudes that was sheep herders. And
Right.
Joseph was so sharp and understood what would happen if he mixed amongst those people. He made sure to tell his brothers, look, man, tell these niggas y'all is sheep herders. You know what I'm saying? We've been
Right.
doing this, we've been brought up to do this just so he can keep his people separate, because he understands that he comes from a separate royal bloodline of people, unlike these Egyptians. You understand? Keep going for me, sir, Brother Bashar.
Verse 6. And Joseph died, and all his brethren, and all that generation. And the children of Israel were fruitful, and increased abundantly, and multiplied, and waxed exceedingly great. Slakia, and waxed exceedingly mighty, and the land was filled with them. Verse 8. Now there rose up a new king over Egypt, which knew not Joseph. And
Right,
he,
right. So, like, if I may, right now, this basically means like as time went past, a new king rose up in Egypt that didn't care about what Joseph did for Egypt. You understand? It's like you got Joe Biden or Donald Trump. They don't care about the slaves that actually built up America back in the days of old. You understand what I'm saying?
right,
They don't care about the contributions that blacks, Latinos, and Native Americans have given to this country to make it this great superpower. You understand? And that's exactly what happened in ancient Egypt. Okay, you got Egyptians that's basically ungrateful for us building them a great economy to where they don't care, that don't even matter to them. You understand? Keep going for me, sir, please.
sir. And it said, Now there rose up a new king over Egypt, which knew not Joseph. And he said unto his people, Behold, the people of the children of Israel are more and mightier than we. Come on, let us deal wisely with them, lest they multiply, and it come to pass that when there falleth out any war, they join also into our enemies and fight against us, and so get them up out of the land.
Right. So basically, this new Pharaoh said, look, man, he came up with a plan. Like, I got to deal wisely with these people and make sure that they going to stay up under us. You understand? And what he did was he devised a plan for the children of Israel to be servants to the Egyptians, as far as building them big buildings or them pyramids. And we gonna read a little bit more later on, like what actually a lot of other stuff that they came up with to keep the children of Israel in servitude. Like if you got a people that have to worry about working to feed their family constantly, and this is all that's on their mind, people gonna be a docile type of people. You're not gonna have no strong, mighty warrior type men if people is always tired from being in hard bondage. You understand what I'm saying? And that's exactly what the Egyptians did to our people in ancient Egypt. Just to us today in America. We work menial jobs for 8, 10, 12 hours. You get your check on Friday, which they're supposed to pay you every day. You understand?
Right.
According to what the scriptures say, you're supposed to get paid every day. You understand? But they'll make you work 10, 12 hours. You know what I'm saying? 40, 50, 60 plus hours a week. Then you get your paycheck on Friday. Your paycheck, you got bills. You understand? What's up, nephew? You got bills. You know what I'm saying? You got you already got to put gas in your car just to make it back and forth to work. You understand? You got to pay the light bill, the cable bill, the gas bill, and basically, like they keep you in servitude. Like when we was in slavery in the earlier days of America, what they did for us in slavery was they fed us, they gave us clothes, and basically that was it, and somewhere to sleep. And if you are a slave, right, that's the only thing that you gonna get. So with these menial jobs, what they give us today, just like they did in ancient Egypt, it was enough for us to feed ourselves, it was enough to clothe ourselves, and it was enough for us to sleep somewhere. And that's basically it. People
Right. And if I may too, and if I may, like add on what you're saying, like what you're saying is heavy because like if you gotta work 10 and 8, 12 hours a day for 5 days out the week and only had the weekends off, you're not gonna try to come up with solutions to free your people out of slavery. You work so much you might not even think you a slave. You know what I'm saying? You work so damn much you ain't gonna try to figure out or have no solutions to the problems in the black community. And that's why they always gotta keep niggas with slaveries and how you working so many hours and you know what I'm saying? Because that way you ain't gonna have no solution to combat the bills that they sign to keep us in poverty and you know what I'm saying? All the legislations they sign, you ain't gonna have no solution to combat none of that because you work so goddamn much. Yeah, so I just wanted to add that.
Damn right, sir. That's absolutely right, man. That's a heavy point right there. If you could, sir, keep going for me.
Yes. And it said verse 10. Hold on. Oh yeah, 11. Therefore they did set over them taskmasters to afflict them with their burdens, and they built for Pharaoh treasure cities, Python and Ramses.
If I may, you know what a taskmaster is? A taskmaster is like, because I gotta bring it back to slavery in America because that's so fresh in our mind. Like a taskmaster is basically that dude that was riding on that horse, cracking his whip all day long to get the slaves to keep working in the hot sun and you know what I'm saying? Damn near to death. It's a lot of times to death. You understand?
Yeah, right.
That's what a taskmaster was in this empire, and it came from ancient Egypt. You understand? They had whatever animals they might have been riding on donkeys, riding past. You feel me? With a slingshot, shoot a couple rocks at a nigga legs. You feel me? To get in to move faster, to build that pyramid faster. You understand what I'm saying? And then it said we built treasure cities, right? You know what a treasure city is? A treasure city is like New York or Philadelphia or San Francisco. It's a big ass city where this oppressor, he can make a lot of money off of people in this city. Like you got sports events, you understand? You got clothing shops. A treasure city is basically a city where you can make a whole lot of money in. You understand? From backs of your slaves. You understand? You want to add something, sir?
No.
Go ahead, sir. Keep going for me.
Yep. And it said, but the more they afflicted them, the more they multiplied and grew, and they were grieved because of the children of Israel.
Right. The Egyptians, they tried their hardest to afflict us. You understand? And make our men docile to where and so tired to where we don't even want to deal with our women. But the Lord put a spirit on us to be a fruitful people. You understand? To be a what's the word I'm looking for? To basically like we can conquer, we can overcome a lot of things. You understand?
Right.
So just because they was afflicting us, we got the spirit of the Lord on us. So we just kept growing on them, and
Right.
it made the Egyptians mad. You understand? It made them mad. Like, damn, we doing all of this to these people, but they keep having babies. They keep getting bigger. They keep getting stronger. You understand? And it's just like in America. You got Jim Crow laws that we had to deal with, and I'm gonna get into that Jim Crow law a little bit later. You understand? You got redlining. You understand? You got them tearing down black fortresses. You understand? Like a lot of people don't understand how many black cities was in this empire. You understand? When we were segregated from this oppressor. You understand? And segregation was the most beautifulest thing that can happen to us. You understand? Because if we segregated from our oppressor, we don't have no other choice but to lift each other up in our own communities. You understand what I'm saying?
Right. And if I could add on what you said, like
Yes.
it said deal wisely with them. Like nigga, like they made sure that we had enough amount of money to rob Peter to pay Paul. Just enough amount of money to pay your rent and then starve for the rest of the week until you get paid. You know what I'm saying? And it was strategic what they did. You know what I'm saying? And you know what I'm saying? It said deal wisely with them. It said, and they grew mightier. Like even though they was afflicting us that much, just like how they doing right now, they afflicting black people and Hispanic Native American Indians horribly with drugs. You understand? What happened? Like you said, with taskmasters having to work all day, and guess what black people do? We go home, and then soon we see our wife flat. Nigga, we finna pop some more babies out. Just like COVID-19. COVID-19 shut the whole world down. And you know how many babies finna be born during this time? Like it ain't like even though they trying to afflict us, it don't really afflict black people because all we gonna do is have kids and be in a house and chill with our family, and we gonna continue to grow. And this is the same thing that was happening in Egypt. They was trying to afflict us and to make it. Hey man, don't have that baby. You ain't got enough money to survive. It's hard having a baby out here. You got to go to college, and man, black people ain't listening to none of that. Man, we still popping out babies and still flourishing. You know what I'm saying? So yeah, I just wanted to add on that for sure.
Damn right, sir. Every point.
So in we say 13, keep reading.
Sir.
And it said, and the Egyptians made the children of Israel to serve with rigor.
That word rigor, Salaki, that word rigor, that's man, that's a cold word. Matter of fact, let me look it up. I'm gonna give y'all the real definition of the word rigor.
If you want me, I'll look it up for you.
I got it, sir.
All right, for sure.
Rigor, the quality of being extremely thorough, exhaustive.
Damn.
Man, hold on. Severity or strictness. You understand? They was beating us. You understand what I'm saying? They was just like this oppressors did in this empire where we at now. They will beat you to death damn near if you don't go pick that cotton. You understand? That's exactly what they did in ancient Egypt. You understand? And think about the psychological trauma that we went through back then in ancient Egypt, just how we did today. It'll be like you could be basically on that chain gang or the line of the men that you working with. These niggas might be your brothers, uncles, cousins, all that. But you got these Egyptians oppressing y'all and beating y'all for not working. Like you really like get mad at your brother. Like, man, look, bro. Y'all fucking up, bro. Salaki, excuse my French, but y'all messing up. You feel me? And it might cause strife between y'all because y'all being oppressed by a whole nother nation. You understand? Like, they going in on us. They working us with rigor. You understand? Like, first of all, you got Taskmaster over you. He's sitting behind you, watching you work. You understand? As soon as you slack off a little bit, man, whatever they were doing to you back then, I'm sure was worse than what it is now. You understand what I'm saying?
Yep, thanks.
You got a rock at the back of your head, or you know what I'm saying? Whatever type of tools for torturing a person back then. You understand? you gotta understand, like it wasn't no doctors and the type of medical treatment that we got today. You feel me? So if they do something wrong to you back then or hurt you because of you working or the lack of working, you understand? It probably was way worse off on you because the medicine that we got today, it ain't cool. You feel me? I mean, it's like it ain't the same as back then when it's basically just everything organic. You understand what I'm saying? You probably step on a rock, toe bleed out or something. You probably damn near die just because medicine ain't up to par how it is now. You understand? Keep going for me, sir. Sure.
Yeah, and then it said verse 14, and they made their lives bitter with hard bondage, in mortar, and in brick, and in all manner of service in the field. All the service wherein they made them serve was with rigor.
If I may, sir, that's it. It said it made our lives bitter. You understand?
Yeah.
That's the equivalent of today when you get off from that slavery and you go home, you sit on that couch, you eat your food, and you got about 1-2 hours to chill with your kids or whatever you got to do, and then you got to go to sleep again to wake up to the same BS the next day. You understand? Yeah. And you can't wait for the weekend to come because the weekend is basically your life.
Yeah, right.
Throughout the week, you bitter, you mad that you got to work this job. I niggas come from work like, man, I hate this damn job. You feel me? And I can't wait to make enough money so I ain't gotta work here no more. You understand? Like that's a lot of reasons why a lot of older people in our family that still work, they play the lotto so damn much. You understand? Because they're trying to get away from that hill. You understand? It's like, man, if I could just buy the right ticket at the right time, man, I could get a break from this damn job and I ain't gotta never work for these white folks again. You feel me? And that's what they were saying. Our lives was made bitter with this hard bondage. You understand? It's the same thing as today. And if your life is bitter because of hard bondage, man, you gonna be irritated by any nigga you see soon as you get off work. Like, man, nigga, get up out my man. Who is you? Nigga, you feel me? Like, it's just gonna it's just gonna tear down your spirit because you just in servitude 24/7, basically. You understand?
We keep reading.
Keep reading, sir.
Yep, and in verse 15, and the king of Egypt spake to the Hebrew midwives, and of which the name of one was Shapharah, and the name of the other Puah. And he said, when ye do the office of a midwife to the Hebrew women, and see them upon the stools, if it be a son, then ye shall kill him. But if it be a daughter, then then she shall live. But the minute we say, yeah.
So let me chime in real quick, sir. This Pharaoh, he getting fed up with us right about now.
Right.
This nigga getting mad at us. You feel me? Like we doing everything we can to cripple these niggas, and they still keep having all these damn babies. You understand? Right. And on top of that, they gonna keep birthing these little strong niggas, right. And then they gonna have some more babies, and then they gonna have some more babies. Man, look, check this out. Poor, when y'all do the office of a midwife, if it's a boy, man, kill that little nigga. And it's the same thing as today. You understand? You got our young brothers out here minding their business, driving somewhere or just walking and get stopped and harassed by the police, and that'd be the last day of his life. You understand? This ain't by accident that they running around killing blacks, Latinos, and Native American men like this, like it's going out of style. This country was built off of murdering us. You understand? And they gonna keep the tradition going. And the sole purpose is because Pharaoh don't want our nation to rise to become mighty men. You understand? For us to become warriors and us to defend our families and our household. When J. Edgar Hoover was alive, right? He had a program called COINTELPRO, right? It's an acronym for counterintelligence program. You understand? And basically, what he wanted to do was he wanted to cripple all of these black organizations because back in the 60s, you know, niggas was trying to be militant to basically get their people out of an oppressed state. You understand? Being in an ignorant state, not understanding the truth of who they are, but niggas wanted to fight against the government because of how they was treating us. You understand? And J. Edgar Hoover said the same thing. Look, man, if you got a messiah amongst them niggas, man, silence him. You understand? Kill him if necessary. You understand? And that's basically what these Egyptian pharaohs was doing back in ancient Egypt. Man, they wanted to cripple our nation by killing off the men. You understand? Because if you kill off the men, the women is spoiled. You understand? Your woman can't lead your nation. She not gonna build an army and the army be successful. That's not a woman's job. You understand? These Egyptians understood that the only chance that these Israelites have against fighting us is their men. So when these niggas is born, kill them. You understand? Keep going, sir, if you could.
Slack, I think I got a precept for that too.
Go ahead, sir. Most High Christ. Go ahead, sir.
Yep. Oh yeah, this is Mark chapter 3, verse 27. It said, "No man can enter into a strong man's house and spoil his goods, except he will first bind the strong man, and then he will spoil his house."
Kind out of one kind. That's a heavy scripture, right? And it's plenty of ways that they bind us up in this society. You understand? They might bind us up with excessive drugs. They might bind us up with bombarding our brains to believing that we need a whore. You understand? Mm-hmm. They might bind us up with turning our woman against us. You understand? Kicking the black man out of the household like he did in the late 60s and the 70s so she can get some government assistance. You understand? And now in the 80s and in the 90s, you got these niggas growing up with their mamas, emotional niggas. You understand? And this is the era of the pimp and the drug dealer, you understand? And the beginning of the destruction of our people, you understand? Like you got a lot of these young brothers that's born in the 90s, like me and the Ottawa, not the side, and a lot of our generation, like a lot of us was crack babies, you understand? Right. And that comes from the government putting certain programs in play to get the father out the way. You understand? Replace the father with a single mother and just feeding her drugs. You understand what I'm saying? Yeah. And them is cold ways of binding up a strong man, you feel me, and basically spoiling his household, like the other one I just brought out. That was a heavy precept, sir.
Yep. I'm gonna keep reading. And it said, verse 17, "But the midwives feared God and did not as the king of Egypt commanded them, but saved the men children alive."
See, these sisters, Salaki, sir, you want to chime in?
No, you twat.
These sisters feared the Lord. You understand? These sisters had sisterhood for their people. You understand? They like, look, man, we can't kill our brothers. You understand? We love our people. You understand? I like them little babies. You understand? They're my nephews. You understand? They're my little brothers. They're my little cousins. You understand? And then they understood that without the men being birthed in your nation and raised up the right way, your nation is going to die. Your nation is going to suffer up under the hand of another people. You understand? Keep going for me, sir.
Verse 18. "And the king of Egypt called for the midwives and said unto them, Why have ye done this thing, and have saved the men children alive? And the midwives said unto Pharaoh, Because the Hebrew women are not as the Egyptian woman, for they are lively, and are delivered ere the midwives come in unto them."
These sisters was wise. You understand? Right. Now, what she said was just so heavy, right? She basically got at Pharaoh like, look, these Hebrew women, they already be having their babies as soon as they go into labor. Like the babies just pop out. They ain't like these Egyptian women, you understand? Y'all got to be in labor for 10, 12, 24 hours. Like, I walk into the room and the baby be sitting right there in her arms. Like, man, look, cut the umbilical cord. It's time to go. You understand? Man. Like, they already here. I don't know what to tell you. You understand? You want time in, sir?
No, I'm too hot.
Keep going, sir.
Is it verse verse 19?
Verse
I mean, it's like verse 20. Therefore God dwelt well with the midwives, and the people multiplied and waxed very mighty. And it came to pass, because the midwives feared God, that he made them houses. And Pharaoh charged all his people, saying, every son that is born ye shall cast into the river, and every daughter ye shall save alive.
Now, the Pharaoh, he understood, like, look, man, these sisters, they not finna kill their people. So what I want y'all to do, y'all find a new baby boy or a young boy, you feel me? The little nigga can't swim, go throw his ass in the river, Salaki. He went to drastic measures to get rid of our people. You understand? Like, okay, if they not gonna do what I tell them to do, then we'll just kill them ourselves. You understand? And that's basically what Esau does today, right? Esau tells you, okay, if you don't want to have that baby, you can abort that baby at 9 months. You can abort that baby when it's coming out your womb. You understand? If you don't want to abort the baby, when that little nigga get older and he grow up and he can walk around and all that, we gonna stick the police on him and try to get his ass killed. You understand? That's basically what these Egyptians did back in the day. You understand? It's the same thing as what goes on today.
And if I may too, to add on what you're saying, like that's how you know America, like specifically mimic Egypt society like hell. Because just like how they want to kill all our firstborn, America is doing that exact same thing right now. And then on top of that, he said, look, if they okay, sister, you told me that the babies come out and they already come out when you get into the room. You know what I'm saying? Throw their ass, so like throw them babies in the water. You know what I'm saying? Throw the babies in the water so we can make sure that they dead. You know what I'm saying? But America do that same thing. Like America tell black women that you can abort your baby at 8 months. When all the churches agree with it too. Yeah, we agree with late term abortion. If a woman don't want to have a baby, no, she don't have to have a baby. That's what they tell you. But they say the baby ain't alive yet. You know what I'm saying? It's just the embryo. They tell you all these different things, but then they go to Mars, find a drop of water, and say they found life. You know what I'm saying? Then they turn around and classify bacteria as a living. They classify bacteria as a living organism. You understand? But then turn around and tell you that you can kill your baby. So that's how you know that America is directly mimicked after Egypt. You know what I'm saying? Because they want to do the same thing.
Appreciate for that one, sir.
Yes, sir.
This is the book of Revelations, chapter 11 and verse 8. And their dead bodies shall lie in the street of the great city, which is surely called Sodom and Egypt, where our Lord was crucified. You understand?
Right.
We're talking about, like, we walking around, we the living dead out here. You understand? We want to get high. We want to mess with whores. You understand? We looking for hope that ain't gonna come. You understand what I'm saying? And it says, which is spiritually called Sodom and Egypt. This shit, man, Salaki, this is Sodom and Gomorrah. You understand? It's a whole lot of homosexuality going on with our people, with other races of people. You understand? And this is the first place, if I'm not mistaken, California is the first place that homosexuals can get married, right, Adawan?
Yep. San Francisco.
Kind, yeah. So this is spiritually called Sodom because this place has the same spirit as Sodom. Sodom and Gomorrah was known for homosexual behavior running rampant out there. You understand? And it says, which is called Sodom and Egypt. And it's called Egypt as well because of the slavery that goes on here. You understand? Mm-hmm. Like, we work, like me and the other one is bringing out, we work in these fields, you understand, building these buildings, doing the same exact servitude that we did in ancient Egypt. You understand? It's the same place. And it say, where also our Lord was crucified. Man, they kill Christ every day. You understand? Right. Every day they kill Christ with slandering his character. Talking about Christ as a white man, or these homosexuals in this Christian church talking about, yeah, you can come as you are, or the law is done away with.
He died for everybody.
Man, God is for everybody. Count with kind, sir. Like Christ said, he only came here for the lost sheep of the 12 tribes of Israel. You understand? You can't sit up here and just step on Christ's grave. You know what I'm saying? just because you want to be in bed with the white man. You understand? That's killing Christ's character every day. You understand what I'm saying? So, like you, sir, if you could go to Exodus 2 and then jump down to 10. I'm going to just get a couple of more scripts on this.
All right. Exodus chapter 2, verse 10. And the children grew, and the child grew, and she brought him unto Pharaoh's daughter, and he became her son. And she called his name Moses, and she said, because I drew him out of the water. And it came to pass in those days when Moses was grown, that he had went out unto his brethren and looked on their burdens, and he spied an Egyptian smiting an Hebrew, one of his brethren. And he looked this way and that way. And when he saw that there was no man, he slew the Egyptian and hid him in the sand.
Salakia, sir, if I may, let me give a little bit of context, right? Yes, Moses was born in a time where they was killing Israelite baby boys. You understand? Basically, what happened with him was his family couldn't hide him no more. You understand? So his mother sent him in like a little small ark or a small boat and sent him up the river. You understand? And his older sister went to go basically make sure that he would be okay as far as like him not drowning or somebody finding him and killing him. You understand? Pharaoh's daughter actually seen him and sent Moses' sister like, look, go get that for me. There's something floating up in the water. She brought him to her like, oh, it's one of the Hebrews' babies. So his sister, having sisterhood, like, look, you want me to go get his mama for him? She like, yeah. So when the mom came up to Pharaoh's daughter, she was like, look, man, take care of this little boy for me and I'm going to pay you. This how the Lord works, you understand? That's damn near what just happened in this pandemic with us, you understand? The Lord said, look, you niggas sit at home and raise your own kids, and I'm going to give y'all some money for this shit. You know what I mean?
Man,
that's right. Basically what happened, right? So, and then, like, of course, you can't stop this oppressor from having his knee on our neck. You know what I'm saying? Because we up under these curses. But at the same time, the Lord gave us a break. You understand? Just like he gave Moses' family a break. There was still other brothers getting killed by these Egyptians. But he had mercy on Moses, you understand? So Moses can do what the Lord had him do. Moses was born in a tough time, you understand? Mm-hmm. And Moses was raised around his people, so he knew he was a Hebrew, you understand? But when he got older, he went to go live with Pharaoh's daughter, and she basically adopted him as a son. Now, when he got older, he already know he a Hebrew, so he went to go see what was up with his brothers, like his blood family, you understand? And what happened was, he seen that his people was getting oppressed. It vexed Moses so much that he killed one of them Egyptians. You understand?
And then if I may, right, like this nigga Moses grew up in Pharaoh's house for 40 years. That's in Acts 7 chapter. Like he grew up in Pharaoh's house for 40 years. And then when he got 40 some years old, he started to see that he lived a totally different life from other Hebrews. Because everybody else was in the ghetto. Everybody else was in Goshen in the damn ghetto. And he's like, you know what? I'm finna go see about my people because I know I'm not an Egyptian. I still got a relationship with my mom, my sister. I still got a relationship with all of them. You know what I'm saying? But I never considered what the hell was going on with them. And that's how you know it was the Lord. So he went down to the ghetto and he started seeing niggas strung out on drugs. You know what I'm saying? He started seeing niggas living in little bitty huts. Oh, niggas poor on the street. Niggas clothes down there disintegrating off their body because they so goddamn poor. Niggas have to work 10 hours a day from sun up to sundown. You know what I'm saying? Because you got to remember the Pharaoh said he made them work rigor and with all the service that they did. So whether you was in the field picking tomatoes, you know what I'm saying, you was on the plantation, nigga, you had to really serve these heathens. And he seen that, he was like, damn. You know what I'm saying? And then it infuriated him. So he acted out of anger once he seen that not only was we destroyed and in poverty, you know what I'm saying, and hating each other and killing each other, but this damn police, this African killing this nigga, and nobody's saying nothing about it. It's just a normal thing. You know what I'm saying? It was like Moses was mad because it was just like nowadays. The police pull you over and they get to beating the hell out you, and other black people just pull out their phone and just start recording. He was like, no, I'm not finna beat a nigga recording. Nigga, I'm finna kill this nigga. And then he killed him and hit him in the sand. You know what I'm saying? That's just like that right there. I'm not saying that you should do that. You know what I'm saying? Because the scriptures say that our warfare is not carnal, but through the tearing down of strongholds. Like you ain't supposed to go kill nobody. But that was just an act of brotherhood. Like he acted off straight brotherhood. Like I just came out here for one goddamn day, and I see all this. I can't take it. I'm gonna kill this nigga. You know what I'm saying? That's a real brotherhood right there. But I just wanted to add that.
That damn right, sir. Damn right, sir. That was real brotherhood. It take a strong type of nigga, you understand, to kill an Egyptian, you understand? When you know how powerful these Egyptians are, you
Right.
grew up in houses and you know damn well what's gonna happen to you after they find out you killed this Egyptian. But
Right.
he had that brotherhood to where he risked his life for his brother. You understand?
Right.
Just like Christ did. You understand? Moses was a real nigga. You feel me?
And too, if I may too, it might have been the scriptures don't say, but 9 times out of 10, it might have been the damn taskmaster. You know what I'm saying? It might have been a taskmaster. I mean, that's what the brother did. What's his name? Nat Turner. That's what he did. You know what I'm saying? That nigga went through and started killing taskmasters. He's like, hold on, bro. You know what I'm saying? But yeah, hell yeah, that's facts though.
Keep going for me, sir.
Yep, Con. And it said, and he looked this way and that way, and when he saw that there was no man, he slew the Egyptian and hid him in the sand. And when he went out the second day, behold, the two men of the Hebrews strove together, and he said to him that did the wrong, wherefore smitest thou thy fellow? And he said, who made thee a prince and a judge over us? And it's like it. Intendest thou to kill me as thou killedest the Egyptian? And Moses feared and said, surely this thing is known. Now what?
Man,
Now,
if I may, sir, that's just like niggas coming up to us at camp. Like, man, who y'all niggas think y'all is, man? We don't want to hear that shit, man. Woo, woo, woo. You feel me? Understand that the only reason why they getting at Moses like this and why they come up against the ISUPK like this is because they scared of their oppressors. You understand?
right? Yeah,
You
right.
you would rather fight your brother, you understand,
Yep.
than stand up for your people like a righteous man, you understand?
Right.
And that's what oppression does to you. Oppression will turn you into a coward if you're a weak dude. You feel
Yep.
me? You understand? Like this nigga Moses, he basically was showing love, like, look, bro, y'all can't be doing this shit to each other. Woo woo, Salakia, excuse my French. But y'all can't be doing this to each other, man. We brothers, woo woo. Man, these other brothers, they so scared of these Egyptians, you understand? And instead of like getting at Moses, like, yeah, I be right, man. You know what I'm saying? That makes sense what you talking about. They like, man, who is you? Man, what you gonna do? Kill us like you killed the Egyptian? They didn't to tell on Moses. You understand? Like, oh yeah, we know you killed that Egyptian. Man, you better back up off us before we go get Pharaoh on your ass. You feel me?
Crazy.
That's basically what they said to him. You feel me? One more scripture, sir, if you could.
Yep. God. And it said, verse 15. Now, when Moses heard this thing, he sought to slay Moses. Now, when Pharaoh heard this thing, he sought to slay Moses. But Moses fled from the face of Pharaoh and dwelt in the land of Midian, and he sat down by a well.
You understand?
Yep.
Go ahead, sir.
Yep.
No, that was it. That was it, Outline.
Yep.
You understand? See, Moses was so much of a real nigga. He had killed somebody for oppressing his people. You understand?
Yep.
And then he was so bold about it. He like, look, man, Pharaoh know this shit. I gotta get up out of here. You feel me? I ain't gonna let them catch me. You understand what I'm saying?
And then if I may too, and then it just show you how much the oppressor really hates you, man. Whether it's the African or white man, show them much because this nigga grew up in Pharaoh's house for 40 years as his daughter's son. He grew up in Pharaoh's house 40 years as his daughter's son. He had one little issue and killed somebody, and Pharaoh wanted to kill him for it. Do you know why Pharaoh wanted to kill him for it? Because Pharaoh was like, nigga, you are not my people. That African that you killed, that's my people, nigga. So now you got to pay for it. And like, so it don't matter how long you've been in America and you try to be the best Christian you can be and be the most effeminate you can be or the best whore, they gonna hate you no matter what you do, man. You know what I'm saying? And that's what we sit
Come
here reading right now. And that's why it's so important for us to have brotherhood to each other and not try to seek another nation's brotherhood and sisterhood, because they gonna hate us regardless. You know what I'm saying? We see this right now reading about Moses. This nigga grew up in an oppressor household for 40 years. You know what I'm saying? As that nigga's grandson. And that nigga still wanted to kill him.
right.
You know what I'm
Damn
saying? So,
right.
hell yeah.
Damn right. You understand? Now, I'm gonna jump back up to Exodus 1, and I'm gonna read 10 real quick, just for time's sake. So I
I'll
can
read it. I'll read it for you.
go ahead, sir. Go ahead, sir.
Exodus chapter 1, verse 10. Come on, let us deal wisely with them, lest they multiply, and it come to pass that when there falleth out any war, they join also unto our enemies and fight against us, and so get them up out of the land.
So now these Egyptians was like, look, man, we got to deal wisely with these niggas. You understand? They came with basically tactics and a plan to basically keep us in servitude unto them, right? And these tactics and plans would be basically, well, these tactics and plans would be, look, we got to keep these niggas working, keep them in servitude, keep work on their mind, so they can't devise a plan to get out from under our oppression. You understand? And that's exactly what was wrong with the two brothers that was fighting against each other, that tried to basically get at Moses, like, man, who is you? They've been oppressed so much, you understand, by these people that they don't have the strong mindedness to be like, look, man, we need to come up with a plan to get our people up out of this captivity, or we need to come up with a plan to get these Egyptians to get up off our back some, because they worked so hard, and basically work was their whole life. You understand? And what I'm gonna do now is I'm gonna read a little bit of what the Jim Crow laws was in America. You understand?
Yep.
And basically, like how the Jim Crow laws in America shaped the tribe of Judah's mind frame in America, as far as like how we gonna interact with other people. You understand? Salaki, not with other people, with our people amongst us in America, right? So, okay.
Is it a link?
Huh?
Is it a link?
Salaki. Matter of fact, I'm gonna just send it to you, Adawan.
Yep, and I'll read it for you. Hell yeah, and what you saying is so heavy, because people really don't know how these Jim Crow laws affected black people, and all these laws and, you know what I'm saying, legislations they signed. They don't know that, because black people don't really understand politics like that. You know what I'm saying? But when you read Daniels, it tell you that he oppressed black, Hispanic, Native American Indians through his policies. You know what I'm saying? That's in Daniels. You know what I'm saying? And like a lot of black people, they really don't know the effects of these policies that they signed. You understand? Just like when they thought it was a war on drugs in the 80s and 90s and all that, black people really was like, yeah, man, this is really a war. Nigga, it was a war on you the whole time. They was putting the dope in your community. You know what I'm saying? And they was signing legislations to do this. They was signing legislations and bills to make you abort your baby. And if you don't know politics, you'll be the one signing the damn bill. Just like how there's black people out here right now that be voting for Donald Trump and Joe Biden. And he's all for it, man. Bill Clinton was like the first black president. Man, Bill Clinton signed the 3 strikes law. You know what I'm saying? But meanwhile, you thinking that he was for black people. You know what I'm saying? So yeah, so what you saying is important, man. So because me personally, I never read the Jim Crow law. So yeah, send that to me. I'm gonna read it for you, Baba Kashad.
Did you get it yet? I don't want. I sent it to you.
Yeah, let me see. Yep.
I think the top one where it say Jim Crow laws, you can start at that, and then it got the black code. But this is just a small piece of it.
Okay. And it said, I'm gonna start reading. It say Jim Crow laws were a collection of state and local statutes that legalized racial segregation, named after a black minstrel show character. The laws, which existed for about 100 years from the post-Civil War era until 1968, were meant to marginalize African Americans by denying them the right to vote, hold jobs, get an education, or other opportunities. These who attempted to deny Jim Crow laws often faced arrest, fines, jail sentences, violence, and death.
If I may, sir, right? So basically, these Jim Crow laws, this was the crafty counsel against us in this empire. You understand? Or a piece of the crafty counsel against us. They put certain laws in place to keep us oppressed. You understand? And the segregation part of it is good. You understand what I'm saying? Because we're not supposed to be with no other nation of people.
Right.
But it was what was happening during those segregated times. You understand? Like we built up our communities. You understand? Like better than this oppressor. You understand? Yeah. And these oppressors, and it always happens the same way. They'll lie on the brother talking about, oh, he touched the white woman, or he raped the white woman, or he did this, and then they'll use that as an excuse to come burn down our communities, loot our communities, and rob us. You understand? And this is basically what was going on during the Jim Crow era. They had come up with all these laws. Look, it's a law. The blacks, we can't be with the white people, and so forth and so on. Then they would make it to where they'll make it seem like one of us broke a law, and then that'll give them action at destroying our whole community. You understand? Keep going, sir.
All right, so this is the Black Codes. The roots of Jim Crow laws began as early as 1865, immediately following Slovakia. The roots of Jim Crow laws began as early as 1865, immediately following the ratification of the 13th Amendment, which abolished slavery in the United States.
Salakia, if I may, right? That 13th Amendment said it ain't legal for you to enslave nobody in the United States, right? But then they added a clause to it, basically like if you committed a crime, you understand, that's when you can be able to be a slave again, you understand? And this is when they start putting a whole lot of laws in effect in our communities to keep us in slavery without us understanding that we've been enslaved, you understand?
Right, facts.
Keep going, sir.
All right, then it said black codes were strict local and state laws that detailed when, where, and how formerly slave people could work, and for how much compensation. The codes appeared throughout the South as legal way to put black citizens into indentured servants, to take voting rights away, to control where they lived and how they traveled, and to seize children for labor purposes.
Man, you hear that? Your children shall be given unto another people. You understand? This is literally out of the Bible what they doing to us. You understand? Back in these times. You understand? And it's really no different than today. You understand? Actually, it's worse off today because we done already been destroyed for about 100, 200 years. You understand? And now we don't have nothing, and they just keep their foot on our neck. You understand?
And then too, so like if I may, it's a precept for that in Deuteronomy. Let me see. I think it's Deuteronomy 28:48.
Yeah, no. I was gonna have you read that one too.
I'm gonna wait there. I'm gonna let you do your thing. Yep.
I got you.
All right. So it say the legal system was stacked against black citizens, with former Confederate soldiers working as police and judges, making it difficult for African Americans to win court cases and ensuring they were subject to black codes.
So, Lakia, if I may, sir, did you hear that? Did you hear that? These same Confederate soldiers that was fighting to keep us in slavery, these niggas became the judges.
Yep.
They became the judges and the people that made it impossible for us to win court cases. You understand? So they basically swindled their way in the judicial system just to keep us in slavery like they was doing during slave time. You understand?
Right. And so they became police and judges. And why that's so heavy is because Like, nigga, black people fought in your war with you. You know what I'm
Common
saying? We
kind.
fought in your war with you, and and your hatred, like the scripture said, our oppressor got a perpetual hatred. Even though we fought alongside with them and helped them win, basically we the ones who we was on the front lines, literally. You know what I'm saying?
Common kind.
And we helped them win every single war. And these damn devils still was like, you know what? We gonna become police and judges and make sure that these niggas never rise out of the poverty. You know what I'm saying?
Common,
Yeah. So this definitely, I'm a save. I might bring this out a couple days. Slack it.
common kind, sir. Cold.
I'm
Well,
gonna
we
keep
got
reading.
one more paragraph on it.
Yep. And it said these codes work in conjunction with labor camps for the incarcerated, where prisoners were treated as enslaved people. We see black offenders typically receive longer sentences than their white equals, and because of the gruel work, often did not live out their entire sentence.
You understand? Back in them times, when it was something called the chain gang in a lot of those prisons down south, and they still got them to this day. You understand? And they'll make you serve in the fields just how you were serving in the fields when you was in chain.
Oh,
You understand? And the sentences was so long and the work was so hard. A lot of our people actually died before we could live out our full
that's
sentence.
many.
You understand? That's crafty counsel that these oppressors, these devils had against us, sir.
And
Go ahead, sir.
If I may too, that go. That's why it was perfect that you read what I reread in Exodus, because nigga, that deal wisely with them. This is what the Egyptians was doing. They was
Common
deal.
kind.
They was doing this. This is, and that's why the scriptures say the oppressor is a snake. You know what I'm saying? He's
Common
subtile.
kind.
You know what I'm saying? The oppressor is subtile. Like, cause just like the general was bringing out the other day, like they enslave you. You understand? And then in the same sentence, they tell you they convince you that you're free. So then when you got black people like ISUBK, you know what I'm saying, and Hispanic Native American Indians that's in ISUBK that's really trying to free black people. You understand? Like,
Kind.
because the scriptures say that you shall know the truth, and the truth shall set you free. Like the oppressor, he enslave you and then tell you that you free. So when you got black people like us that's trying to really wake people up and free them, they actually think that we trying to enslave them. They actually think that we lying to them and we trying to put black people deeper into a hole. You know what I'm saying? Like, when really, nigga, you not free. You not free.
Kind.
You know what I'm
Kind.
saying? Like, so yeah, that's crazy. And this is exactly what we read in Exodus. Yep.
And if I may too, I'm gonna send you the whole thing, man. This cold. I just got a little piece of it just for time's sake for the class. You feel me?
Yep.
But the whole thing is cold. Like the
Yeah,
KKK is involved in this. It goes deeper than this, sir. And this is heavy right here. You understand?
yeah, that's deep. That's
So
deep.
like I'm gonna go back to the script, sir. I need you to give Ecclesiastes 7:7.
Ecclesiastes 77. Come. Ecclesiastes 7:7. It said, surely oppression, that's like Ecclesiastes chapter 7, verse 7. Surely oppression make a wise man mad.
Man, it's oppression. It's gonna make you crazy in your mind. You understand? And the oppression making you crazy in your mind, you're gonna do some crazy stuff in this empire. You understand? And we're gonna get into to a little bit of the crazy stuff. But finish that scripture out for me, sir.
Yep. And it says, surely oppression make a wise man mad, and a gift destroyeth the heart.
If this oppressor, right? If you being oppressed in the ghettos, right? And then the oppressor give you a contract to go play basketball, you understand? Or give you a contract to start you a music career, or make you a part of his organization, you understand? You're gonna sit back and you're gonna be like, well, whatever me and my family went through back in the past, it ain't that bad, you understand? Because I'm rich. That's destroying your heart, you understand?
Right.
That oppressor giving you a social status in this country is destroying how you're supposed to feel about these oppressors oppressing not just you, but your whole race of people. You understand? Like, and this is what Christian pastors, this is what's wrong with them. They have been given a gift to that big mega church. You understand? They've been given a gift of wearing them suits. You know what I'm saying? They don't have to go and work at a back-breaking job. You understand? They can sit up in that church and lie to you and receive gifts from you. They're going to receive gifts from the oppressor. They're going to receive grants from him. And he just going to sit back and act like he the holiest dude in some snakeskin shoes. You understand what I'm saying? That's the gift that he got from his oppressor. He probably jumped into Christianity, probably tried to save his people at first. I'm gonna say he did that. I'm gonna give him the benefit of the doubt. But as years go by, he see how much wealth he can gain and how much power he have amongst this congregation of lost souls, of these dead people walking in his church. You understand? He understands that, man, look, I got power over this congregation. I'm receiving gifts left and right. I got grants. They paying me their tithes. They doing this, they doing that. You understand? I got programs, nonprofit organization programs through the church to where I can put some money in my pocket and ain't nobody gonna know nothing. This man is his heart is being destroyed by these gifts that he's obtaining from lying to his people. You understand what I'm saying? And that brings me to Martin Luther King. You understand? Martin Luther King, his dream was a nightmare for the rest of us. You understand? Before Martin Luther King, we have fortresses in this country as far as blacks, Latinos, and Native Americans. You understand? We didn't have to be up under this oppressor to where we got to go to his establishment and spend our money with these oppressors. You understand? When Martin Luther King was alive, there wasn't no damn KFC. You understand? We going to mom and pop's diners. You understand? Eating a good ass fried chicken, and we might be short however amount of dollars. You understand? And they gonna let us slide because they are people, and we got love for each other like that. You understand? When Martin Luther King popped on the scene, and he envying this oppressor, you understand? He want to go to the oppressor's restaurant. Man, you got so many businesses that was invented by blacks, Latinos, and Native Americans. When Martin Luther King sold his soul, for lack of better terms, to be a part of this oppressor's empire, you understand? We lost a whole lot of business in our community. You understand? Not to mention, we already was losing businesses in our communities just for this oppressor not wanting us to have anything by him coming up with these Jim Crow laws, you understand? And oppressing us secretly, being a subtle beast that he is. But it made it worse for one of our own people to basically sell us out for money. You understand? To sell us out to be in Esau's presence in his company, to indulge in the pleasures that Esau want him to have. You understand what I'm saying?
Right.
And that tore down our communities. Go ahead, sir, if you could.
Yeah, no, and if I may, and then let's go back to what you was bringing out in Exodus about Moses. It said Moses got a groan, and he went and checked on the burdens of his people. You know what I'm saying? Like Ecclesiastes 7:7 say, oppression. What did it say? It says, surely oppression make a wise man mad, and the gift destroy his heart. You know what I'm saying? Moses, he was afforded the luxury to grow up in Pharaoh's house for 40 years, rich, got everything he ever wanted, and all the stuff. And that gift didn't destroy his heart. You know what I'm saying? He didn't like black people nowadays, like Oprah Winfrey, she forget about the burdens of her people. You know what I'm saying? Who else? Anybody that's black with money in this society, they don't give a damn about black people that don't have money. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. Moses had money. Moses was rich because he grew up in Pharaoh's house. And guess what? He's still seeing the burdens, and he's still seeing the struggle and how the hell that black people was going through. And what the scripture say? Surely oppression make a wise man mad. He was wise. And by him being wise, it angered him. It made him insane that he grew up rich and grew up in a good condition in a white neighborhood, so to speak, and black people is in Flint, Michigan with no goddamn water. You know what I'm saying? It made that nigga insane. Like, man, how is this going on? You know what I'm saying?
Now,
So that's a perfect precept, man, because a gift will destroy your heart. And it's sad to say, a lot of black people, they get that gift from the white man. You know what I'm saying? They get that
now,
luxury from the white man. They becoming rich and finally making it in this kingdom. And you know what I'm saying? Their kids being well off and they ain't got to worry about struggling. You understand? But majority of black people don't get afforded that luxury. You understand? We grew up in the ghetto. We grew up with mom and dad on drugs, and then you ain't seen your dad since you was 2 because he in jail. We grew up in poverty, like the scriptures say, man. And but the difference between the brothers and the ISBK and everybody else is like we like Moses. You know what I'm saying? We seen what was going on. We seen how damn like why am I living this type of life? You know what I'm saying? Why do I hate them niggas over there on that block? Why do I sell drugs? Why do I do this? Why do I pimp hard? This is don't nobody else do this. You know what I'm saying? Why the hell is our women the only women that hate their men and talk about it and teach about it and make songs about it, but no other women do this. You know what I'm saying? And if you wise, you will see those things, and it'll make you insane. You know what I'm saying? That's all like brothers in ISUBK. You know what I'm saying? We insane. You know what I'm saying? We insane that living in American society, living up in this Egypt and Babylon society and Sodomite society, we insane for still wanting to serve the Lord. We insane for still wanting to stop eating shrimp, crab, lobster, and pork and hating our brother. We insane for wanting to do that. Because in this society, you know what I'm saying? That's what goes. That's what gets you to the top. You know what I'm saying? But yeah, I just want to add that.
damn right, sir. Damn right, sir. And you absolutely correct. You understand? Like us seeing this oppression, it's made us mad men. Like, man, look, I'm cool. I'm not eating that pig no more. Like them niggas over there, I ain't worried about them niggas no more. She a whore, I'm cool. You understand? Like, we insane, sir. You absolutely correct. You understand? And we so insane because of the conditions that we in. We didn't lost brotherhood for each other because of these curses that we got to deal with that's been put on us by the Most High for us being disobedient children. You understand? And that's why the topic to this class is like slavery will take it will destroy brotherhood. You understand? If you could, sir, go to Deuteronomy 28:68.
Yep. Deuteronomy 28:68.
What kind, sir?
Deuteronomy 28:68. Okay, I'm there. Deuteronomy chapter 28, verse 68. And the Lord shall bring thee into Egypt again with ships, by the way of I spake unto thee. Oh, it's like it. By the way of I spake unto thee, thou shalt see it no more again. And there ye shall be sold unto your enemies for bondmen and bondwomen, and no man shall buy you.
The Lord, Moses is saying the Lord is going to send us into Egypt. Egypt is synonymous with slavery. We're going into slavery again on boats. You understand? Blacks, Latinos, and Native Americans, we're the only people that went into slavery on boats. You understand? And when we got to that new Egypt, you understand? We got sold to our enemies for slave men and slave women, and ain't nobody freed us out of that slavery. You understand? And what's going to happen in this slavery? We're going to read these curses that's going to happen to you in this slavery. You understand? Baba Kashah, sir, if you could jump back up to 16.
Deuteronomy chapter 28, verse 16. Cursed shalt thou be in the city, and cursed shalt thou be in the field.
That's self-explanatory. We work them fields. You understand? Right now, our Native American brothers and sisters, they working in them fields right now. You understand? We cursed in them fields. We cursed in them cities. You understand? We the ones gang banging. We the ones on drugs. We the ones pimps and hoes. You understand? We the ones paying child support. We the ones working them menial jobs. You understand? In these big ass treasure cities. You understand? Like the scripture said. In these treasure cities that we built for Pharaoh, and we ain't reaping none of the benefits. Keep going, sir.
Cursed shall thou, Slakia, cursed shall be, Slakia, cursed shall be thy basket and thy store.
Thy basket and thy store, man. They closing down our businesses. You understand? We we open up a business in the black community. It be soul food spots. It could be whatever type of business that we open. That thing gonna stay open for about 6 months. Hopefully it'll stay open for 6 months. You understand? They gonna raise the rent on us. You understand? You got our people not wanting to be brotherly and sisterly by patronizing black businesses. So instead of your chicken shop, they going to Popeyes. You understand? And instead of them eating out of your barbecue establishment, they finna go to Famous Dave's or whatever devil's establishment of barbecue that they have come up with after they stole it from us. You understand? We invented that fried chicken. We invented that barbecue. You understand? And you got places like KFC and Popeyes and Famous Dave's literally getting money off of slavery food. You understand what I'm saying? Verse 20, sir, Baba Kashaf.
Verse 20. The Lord shall send upon thee cursing, vexation, and rebuke, in all that thou settest thine hand unto for to do, until thou be destroyed, and until thou perish quickly, because of the wickedness of thy doings, whereby thou hast forsaken me.
Cursing, vexation, and rebuke. You're gonna be mad at everything that you try to do, and it don't happen for you. You understand?
Right.
That's why you got a lot of brothers like probably not today. I mean, domestic violence is all through the black community, but back in the days in like the 70s, you understand, when a lot of fathers was still in the household raising their children, a lot of them will come home from work. You know what I'm saying? With a bad liquor habit, you understand? And
Right.
get drunk, might beat his wife, you understand? Or chastise his kids a little bit too much. You understand? Like this empire that we grow up in and we raise our children in, it beats you down so much to where it'll make you mad at your own people. It'll make you mad at your own household that you come to every day. You understand what I'm saying?
Right.
You want to add in on that, sir?
No, you too wild.
Jump down to verse 30 out of line.
Verse 30. And it say, thou shalt betroth a wife, and another man shall lie with her. Thou shalt build an house, and thou shalt not dwell therein. And thou shalt plant a vineyard, and thou shalt not gather the grapes thereof.
This scripture is heavy. You understand? In slavery, you had the oppressor, which is the devil. You understand? He would go into them slave quarters and rape our women. And not only would our women get raped in them times, you understand? When it say a man shall lay with your wife that's betrothed to you, it's talking about today too. That's speaking about adultery in the black community. You understand what I'm saying? You got a woman, you might be working long hours a day, you understand? DeAndre lived next door to you, you understand? And he's smashing your woman while you at work. You understand? Right. That's a curse. And that's unbrotherly. You understand? And the reason why he might be doing that, because somebody probably did it to him. You understand? Right. Being oppressed, we passing on trauma back and forth to each other in this empire. You understand? And they say you should build a house that you shouldn't dwell, that you ain't gonna dwell in. You know how mad that would make a person to see that you built this big, beautiful White House. You understand? And you're not gonna live in this White House. You understand? You probably got slaves on the plantation, and I'm sure they fighting, going through all type of manner of problems amongst each other because we being oppressed. You understand? You probably got brothers that's fighting over shirts, that's fighting over a pair of sandals, just like today. You got a lot of brothers back when we was younger. A lot of brothers getting killed over them Jordans. You understand what I'm saying? And it's because you being oppressed, because you ain't got the money to get the nice shoes that they bombard you with these commercials with, so you can feel like you got somewhat of a social status in this empire. You understand? They oppress you in every which way. You understand? They give you something that you feel like you're supposed to have, and when you don't have it, it'll make you mad because everybody else around you will look down upon you because you don't have it. And it'll make you be unbrotherly to your own people. You should plant a vineyard and not gather the grapes thereof. Look at our Latino brothers and sisters right now today in 2021. You understand? They ain't planting these vineyards and reaping the benefits of it. They paying these brothers and sisters $3, $4, $5, $6 an hour. You understand? While this oppressor is selling them grapes that they work hard to grow on, them avocados that they work hard to grow in these grocery stores for high, outrageous prices. If you go to Safeway right now, man, an avocado, I think it's like probably like $2, $3 for one avocado. You understand?
Right.
That's crazy. You understand what I'm saying? What was that? Verse 30, sir?
Verse 30, yep.
Jump down to 36 for me.
Verse 36, the Lord shall bring thee and thy king, which shall the Lord shall bring thee and thy king, which thou shalt set over thee, into a nation which neither thou nor thy fathers have known, and there shalt thou serve other gods, wood and stone.
That wood and stuff. First of all, that nation that our fathers have, man, look, we've been far removed from these Edomites for a long time before they start coming to try to conquer us again, as well as the rest of these nations like these Arabs and these Persians, these East Indians, and all the rest of the other nations. Our forefathers don't know them, meaning we ain't got no ties and no dealings with them. You understand? We supposed to be separate from these people. But now we finna go into slavery and have to serve these nations and serve their gods, wood and stone. That wood god, that's that wooden cross in the Christian church. You understand? That stone, that's that big that Kaaba stone in Mecca, which a lot of our brothers and sisters in America choose to follow Islam. You understand? And when you follow these other gods teach you to hate your people. You understand? You got Muslim brothers all over Philadelphia. Man, they running rampant in crime out there. The murder rate is so high in Philadelphia right now. And you know who's killing each other? Black men are killing each other up under being a Muslim. You understand? The same thing with Christianity. Everybody's Christian. Even Muslims is Christian. You understand what I'm saying? The Christian pastor will teach you or teach your woman in the church, woman, thou art loose, or you don't have to listen to that nigga, or kick him out the house if he ain't got no job, and all this type of madness and foolishness. You understand? These other gods teach you to be unbrotherly to your people, because the people who worship these gods, the people who these gods are for, don't care about your people. So if you worship the God of a people that don't care about your people, you're going to become just like those people. You understand? And you're going to be unbrotherly and do all type of manner of evil towards your own people because of the God that you serve.
Facts.
Right? Let me get verse 45 out of line.
Verse 45. Moreover, all these curses shall come upon thee, and shall pursue thee, and overtake thee, till thou be destroyed, because thou hearkenest not unto the voice of the Lord thy God, to keep his commandments and his statutes, which I command thee this day.
These curses have destroyed us. You understand? You know what a destroyed people would do? A destroyed people will kill their own brother and praise a white man. That's what a destroyed people would do. A destroyed people will allow a sister to be a nasty whore, you understand, on a stripper pole or whatever, you understand, and bring shame to her father's name, you understand, or bring shame to her husband, or bring shame to her nation, bring shame to her God, you understand? That's what these curses is going to do. They're going to destroy you to where you'll do all type of manner of evil that these other nations want you to do. And the number one thing that you're going to do is you're going to hate your own people. And you know who hate their people by the actions. Drug dealer don't give a damn about his people. You understand? He don't give a damn about his mama. He don't give a damn about his kids. He don't give a damn about none of that. Whores don't give a damn about their people. This whore can go outside and do all type of evil nastiness, you understand? Then get disrespected by a man, turn around, tell her brother or her husband And now you got these brothers fighting each other and somebody died. One brother in the grave, one brother in jail, you understand? And she's still gonna keep doing what she wanna do. You understand? That's a destroyed people. You understand? And this is what these curses have done to us by us being disobedient to our God. You understand? We destroyed in this empire. You understand? Let me see, what was that? Verse 46, sir.
And it said, Salakia, and it said, and they shall be upon thee for a sign and for a wonder, and upon thy seed forever.
Yeah, it's gonna be upon you for a sign and a wonder in your seed forever. You understand? This how you know who an Israelite is.
Right.
Niggas that are subject to these curses. You understand? These is the children of Israel. You understand? Just because somebody go to jail and they have to do time or they grow up poor, don't mean that they're Israelite. You understand? You got to fit these curses that the Lord put on his chosen people. If you poor, you understand, you messed up. That's on you if you're not an Israelite. We poor because this is a curse put on us. You understand? We go to prison. We number one in prison rate because this is a curse on us. You understand? We got to deal with poverty and our women hating us and us hating our women because these is curses put on us. You understand? What was that? 46. Go to 48. Go to 48, sir.
Verse 48. Therefore shalt thou serve thine enemies, which the Lord shall send against thee in hunger and in thirst, and in nakedness, and in want of all things. And he shall put a yoke of iron upon thy neck until he have destroyed thee.
You go look at a picture of slavery right now. You're going to see brothers with yokes of iron upon their necks. And they took that yoke off of our neck after we've been indoctrinated to be their servants. You understand? Right. They don't gotta whip our backs no more. It's hereditary now. You understand?
Facts.
So like, it say we gotta serve. So like, read that again for me from the top of the shop.
It said, therefore shalt thou serve thine enemies, which the Lord shall send against thee, in hunger and in thirst, and in nakedness, and in want of all things. And he shall put a yoke of iron upon thy neck until he have destroyed thee.
We got to serve our enemies for everything. You hungry? You go to McDonald's, Esau on that. You go to Crispy Chicken, you understand? Elam on that. You understand? If you a slave to being a drug addict, you smoke weed, you got to go to the store. Ishmael on them backwoods that you just bought. You understand what I'm saying? You want some Chinese food? Moab and Ammon, they own them green chicken wings that you finna eat. You understand what I'm saying? You go get you some Nikes, Esau on that. You go get whatever in this empire. You got to go buy from another nationality of people who are your enemies according to what God just said. You understand? These are your enemies. You know what I'm saying? And you've been so destroyed in this empire to where you think your own brother is your enemy. They say you got to serve your enemy for one of all things. You know what I'm saying? Just to go buy some nice clothes or a Gucci belt, you gonna go rob your brother just so you can go buy them. You understand? You gonna sell drugs to your own mama or to your own auntie or to your partner mama just to go buy you a new pair of shoes or get you a nice car. You understand what I'm saying? You gonna sell drugs to your own people, rob your own people, pimp your own women just to eat some Chinese food and say you ate good. You understand? When they feed you cat, rat, and dog. Am I right? Am I right or wrong, sir? Right? You gonna do all type of manner of evil to serve these people who don't give a damn about you. You understand? And you're gonna do all type of manner of evil to your own people. You understand what I'm saying?
Right. And if I may,
go ahead, sir.
If I could, it said, therefore shalt thou serve thine enemies. You know what I'm saying? These other nations is considered our enemies according to this Bible. You know what I'm saying? Like just like I hear the general say all the time, your enemy wouldn't put drugs in your community. Your enemy wouldn't start the eugenics program, want you to kill your kids and all that. You know what I'm saying? Your enemy wouldn't do the things that all these other nations have been doing to us. You understand? But we've been so destroyed and becoming Christians, we think that what they doing is they are friends. You know what I'm saying? That what they doing is not friendly. Friends don't do what America has done to Black, Hispanic, and Native Americans. Friends don't do that to each other, man. You understand? And if you consider that a friend, then you destroyed. You understand? You destroyed.
Right.
And what destroy you is being Christian, believing that God loves everybody. We all gonna come together and be one. As long as I just sit here and allow this for the next 400 years, even though I already allowed it for this 400 years, I need to teach my kids to allow this because one day we all gonna come together and we all gonna get along. That's never gonna happen. You understand?
Right.
The Bible is about separatism, man. Like that's why it's called the Holy Bible. Holy means to be separate. You understand? Black, Hispanic, Native American Indians, we are separate people. You understand? And as long as we continue to believe that we could be one with everybody else and not see them as an enemy, we gonna continue to be destroyed. That's the first thing that you need to do when you waking up. You know what I'm saying? You need to wake up and realize that these other nations is your enemy. And it's not just because, you know what I'm saying, because God said it. It's because of that too, but it's because love is an action word. You understand? Like they have what nation has proved that they love Black people and they care about Black people and they give a damn about the plight of Black people. No nation has proved this. You understand? No nation has proved this. And what else did it say? It said, "Which the Lord shall send against thee in hunger and in thirst and in nakedness and in want of all things." Look, man, we got to go to the people that oppress us, the people that God consider our enemies. The Lord said, "If you disobey me, you gonna have to go to them for everything." You know what I'm saying? That's the type of society that we live in right now. You understand? And but we starting to break that cycle, and then you got a lot of Black people like Captain Azari that's coming out with oils. You understand? You got Florida that's selling shirts and selling clothing. And you know what I'm saying? We starting to try to break that cycle. But brothers and sisters, that's not the truth. They don't know how to break that cycle. You understand? And then if it is somebody that's not the truth selling anything, ain't nobody Black gonna go to them. You know what I'm saying? Ain't nobody a Black, cause we would rather go get that rat from that Asian man that's cheaper. You understand? Yeah, that's what we
Right.
would rather do. And then one more, if I can add a little bit more,
Right.
that said, and in one of all things, and he shall put a yoke of iron upon thy neck until he have destroyed you. Man, they put that yoke of iron on our neck. You can actually look up slave images right now. And you know what's gonna pop up? A Black man with a big piece of yoke of iron on his neck. And they said he gonna put that yoke of
Right.
iron on our neck until he have destroyed us. You understand? So don't tell me that Black people is free. Abraham Lincoln didn't free no slaves. You know what I'm saying? When they took
Damn
that
right.
yoke of iron off and they took us out of slavery physically, you know what I'm saying, they knew that we was destroyed. We forgot that we was Israelites. We forgot our dietary law. We forgot the laws of the Bible. You understand? We became Christian. You understand? Then they set up Christian churches all over the neighborhood, and then we just took it and ran with it, man. And that's why the Black community is the way it is right now. But don't everything get it twisted and think that he freed the slaves. You understand? We still slaves right now. Like the brother was bringing up the Jim Crow law and the 13th Amendment state that if you commit a crime, you a slave again. So guess what they did?
Right.
They took the yoke of iron off us, and then they made everything a crime. You look at a white woman, you go to jail and get hung. You spit on the ground, you
Right.
go to jail and get hung. You drink from a white water fountain, you go to jail and get hung. You know what I'm saying? They made all these different things laws so they can put Black people back in prison. That's why it's more Black people in prison than it was actual slaves today. You know what I'm saying? It's 2.1
Damn right.
million so-called Black people in prison right now. It was only 900,000 slaves during this period. You understand? So that's how they knew that they destroyed us, man. Because we forgot our whole way of life. We forgot our whole culture, our records, and everything. You understand? And then that's what separated us from. It's like if I'm being long-winded. And like this
Go ahead,
Bible
man. Go
is
ahead.
what separated us from every nation. Like when you read Babylon to Timbuktu, it said what separated us from the Africans is that we kept our culture and our laws and statutes and judgments with us everywhere we went. You understand? So what happened during being in slavery under the white man is that this nigga was so diabolical and so evil. You know what I'm saying? That we forgot who he was. You understand? That's how they was
Right.
able to name us African American and all these different things. We forgot our whole way of life. You understand? It was
Right.
against it was a and then that was another thing. That was a law too. If they caught a Black man reading, not just any book, they didn't give a fuck. It's like they didn't give a damn about you reading. But if they caught a Black man
Right.
reading the Bible, especially after Nat Turner, if they caught you reading the Bible, then you was getting put to death, man. You understand? And guess
Right.
what? They wanted it to be like that because this is what separated us from everybody else. You know what I'm saying? This is how we knew how to serve God by reading this book. But now, you know what I'm saying, you got Black people that want to be strong and that want to be like, you know what I'm saying, stand up for Black people. They won't touch a goddamn Bible because they think the Bible is the problem. Now, Christianity is the problem, not the Bible. You understand? But yeah, I was going to add that.
Damn right, sir. Damn right. Absolutely right. You understand? What was we at? If you could, sir, Baba Kashad, jump to 54 for me.
54. Okay, Khan. And it says,
Kawakami.
so that the man that is tender among you and very delicate, his eye shall be evil towards his brother, and towards the wife of his bosom, and toward the remnant of his children, which he shall leave. Damn.
This single parent house. Go ahead, sir. If you go ahead, sir.
No, you too wild. I'm just like, God damn.
Kawakai. This, man, look, that's single parent household. You understand? On top of that, that's black men killing black men. You understand? It say the man, the Salakia. It say so that the man that is tender among you are very delicate. This is a sensitive nigga. You understand? His eye gonna be evil towards his brother.
And if I
Us
may,
as black men, go ahead, sir.
yeah, and if I may, when it say tender, it mean the brother that's with the business. You know what I'm saying? The brother that's with the you know what I'm saying? That's with the business when it
Kind,
say tender. Yep.
kind
It's
with
just,
kind. You understand? Like he gonna be with it. You understand? But he gonna be sensitive to anything because of him being oppressed. So when he
right.
walk down the street and he see another brother that look just like him, but he don't know him, it's gonna be, man, who is this nigga? Niggas be looking up and down each other. Us as black men, we know this is what we do. You understand?
Yep.
Judah, we got a bad problem with always being in fights and in conflicts. You understand what I'm saying? You could walk past a brother that you ain't never seen in your life in the grocery store. Like I'm in the truth, and I see it happening to this day. I can walk in the grocery store. I got a Mitri on UPK shirt. You understand? And I'm in full order. But out the corner of my eye, I always see another brother just looking like, who the fuck this nigga think he is? You feel me?
Yep.
And that's a curse. You understand what I'm saying? And also it say, his eye shall be evil towards his brother and towards his bosom and toward the remnant of his children which he shall leave. The remnant of his children when he shall leave, and him being evil toward the wife of his bosom, that's domestic violence. That's single parent households. You understand? This is a curse prophesied by Moses. This is what's going to happen to us when we go into slavery again. You understand? Keep going, sir.
Yep. And it said, so that he will not give to any of them of the flesh of his children whom he shall eat, and because he have nothing left in his siege, and in this the straightness wherewith thine enemies shall distress thee in all thy gates.
That's a twofold scripture. We had a siege around Jerusalem in 70 AD, you understand?
Thanks.
And you had a lot of Israelite brothers and sisters that was literally cooking and eating their own babies because they didn't have any food, you understand? And the same thing happens today. Like brothers and sisters, we're not physically eating our children, but you spiritually eating your children. You understand? You got sisters that abort their babies, you understand, just because they feel like, oh, if I don't have this baby right now, you understand, I can live a better life in this empire, or this baby gonna stop me from obtaining happiness or money or what else. You also eat your children, and eating your children is the same thing as saying devour your children. You understand? By what you teach them. You understand? You teach your child to eat shrimp, pork, crab, and lobster. You understand? When they get old enough and they get up in age, they gonna start having health problems because you told them it was okay to eat all these abominations. You understand? If you tell your child, oh, it's okay to live an alternative lifestyle, or you could be gay or lesbian and all that type of stuff, man, chances is your child gonna die from AIDS. Or you know how violent these homosexuals get, you feel me? Your child might get murdered by its lover, you understand, because you pushing this homosexuality agenda on them, which is not right, you understand?
Right.
Or you trying to basically what's the word I'm looking for? You trying to pacify your child with whatever makes them feel good, you understand? So you don't have to be a stern stand-up parent to your child, you understand? You devouring your kids by doing that. You understand? That's terrible parenthood. That's terrible brother and sisterhood. You want to add in on that, sir?
No, that's too wild.
Keep going, sir.
And it says, the tender and delicate woman among you, which would not adventure to set the sole of her foot upon the ground for delicateness and tenderness, her eyes shall be evil toward the husband of her bosom, and toward her son, and toward her daughter.
Man, our women was so feminine back in these times. You understand? Our women were nice, virtuous women. You understand? And just because we didn't want to follow the laws of our God, you understand? Our women have turned into evil monsters towards their husband, toward their children. You understand? Our women have went from being soft-spoken women to it's a hot girl summer. You understand? They have went from basically playing their part in the black household to trying to be the head of the black household. You
Right.
understand what I'm saying? Like, our women have taken on the spirit basically of a man, you understand, with female parts. You understand? And it's so evil in this that if the women of your nation conduct themselves like evil monsters, they gonna teach your daughters to be that. You understand? And then the next generation of men and women, they gonna be fighting each other just like the former generation before them. And the cycle just keeps going and keep going. You understand? You can't have no brotherhood without law, statutes, and commandments. Righteous law, statutes, and commandments. You understand what I'm saying? Well, what was we at? Go to 57, sir.
57. And toward her young one that cometh from between her feet, and toward her children which she shall bear, for she shall eat them for want of all things, secretly in the siege and straitness, wherewith thine enemies shall distress thee in thy gates.
The black Latino and Native American woman is gonna do exactly what the black Latino and Native American man does to their child. You understand?
Yep.
Same thing like I just brought out in 70 AD, we had a siege. Brothers and sisters was physically eating their kids. Now today, you got a sister that'll leave her children with any family member so she can go to the club or so she can go whore herself out. You understand? She might leave that child with a family member, and that family member might molest that child just
Right.
because that woman wanted to go out and do whatever she wanted to do. You understand? That family member might put that child in harm's way. You understand? That child probably can find some type of controlled substance at that family member's house and end up killing themselves because this woman just wanted to go outside and have fun and not take care of her responsibilities as a woman. You understand what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And that's being evil towards your children by not watching over them and guiding them the right way on how to live. You understand? Last script, sir. Can you drop down to 66?
66. Deuteronomy 28:66. And thy life shall hang in doubt before thee, and thou shalt fear day and night, and shall have none assurance of thy life.
Man, this is a heavy scripture right here. You understand? When your life hangs in doubt before you, you basically don't give a damn about nobody around you. You understand? Like, all throughout my life, I've heard brothers say, man, niggas gonna die anyway. You feel me? Like, niggas don't care about living or dying. You understand what I'm saying? So they damn sure don't care about what they do to another brother or another sister. You understand? We don't have no insurance on our life in this hellhole what we call America or wherever you live amongst these oppressors or people that's oppressing. You understand what I'm saying?
Facts.
Everything that we do, we not sure about it. I mean, you're gonna be sure about your life in this ISUBK because you know we keep these law, statutes, and commandments up under Commander General Yohana. But the people in the world that's not here, you understand what I'm saying? They don't have no insurance on their life. They don't know if the police gonna pull them over and kill them. You understand? They don't know if they gonna run into that one nigga that they just got into it with last week at the store. You got brothers riding around with guns on their lap, just like, man, bro, I gotta keep it on me, bro, in case I see one of these niggas, bro. I'd rather get caught with it than get caught without it. You understand what I'm saying? You got sisters that don't know where their next meal gonna come from, how they gonna pay their rent next month. You understand? How they gonna pay for that babysitter, or who gonna watch their child when they need to go to work. You understand what I'm saying? We have no insurance on our life in this kingdom. You understand? And the reason why is because we failed each other by not following these laws, statutes, and commandments of our God. You understand what I'm saying? If we follow these laws, statutes, and commandments, we don't have insurance on our life, because we gonna be amongst each other and we gonna take care of each other how we supposed to. You understand what I'm saying? You ain't gonna have to worry about somebody watching your child and molesting them. We got laws against molesting children. You ain't gotta worry about nobody robbing you. You understand? The scriptures say you gotta love your neighbor as you love yourself. You don't want to get robbed. You don't want to get molested. You don't want to get stolen from. You don't want nobody to sleep with your woman. You understand? So you don't do it to nobody else. You understand? And that's what brotherhood is about. Brotherhood is about treating your brother how you want to be treated, because nobody wants to be treated bad. You understand what I'm saying? You want to add in on something to that, sir?
Yeah, no, like just what you saying, like, your life gonna hang in doubt, meaning you ain't gonna know if you gonna wake up tomorrow. Like, what's the same? You see, hold on, Salakia. I'm gonna read 67. And saying, the morning thou
Now,
shalt say, would God it were even, and at evening thou shalt say, would God it were morning. You know what I'm saying? Evening gonna come, you gonna be like, damn, nigga, I made it. I thought I was, nigga, I didn't know if I was gonna die today. And in the morning you gonna wake up like, damn, I ain't died. Damn, you know what I'm saying? I'm alive. You ain't gonna know what time of day if you gonna die. You know what I'm saying? And that's so heavy because a lot of my friends grew up and died before the age of 18. You know what I'm saying? Or they died in their 20s. I don't got no friends that down there made it. A lot of friends that made it to 30, 40 years old and all that. You know what I'm saying? That's everywhere in the black community. You know what I'm saying? Then on top of that, if you do make it that age, it said the average life expectancy for a black man is like age 65. You know what I'm saying? And it said that the lead cause of death for black men is stress. You know what I'm saying? This is you being stressed out right now, not knowing if you're gonna live or die from getting shot by the police, from gang banging, drug overdose. You understand? Sleep with that brother's wife up the block, stealing from this store, robbery, mistaken identity. You know, black people got to worry about so much death coming from left and right everywhere, man. And the scripture said this was gonna happen to us, and it's not gonna happen to everybody. Like the white man, he don't worry about dying. You know what I'm saying? He don't worry. What he worry about dying from is COVID-19. Like these niggas didn't let all these damn Afghanistans come over here, and they not even worried. Like they first off, like just how evil your oppressor is, they won't let the Hispanics come over here. This is their land. You know what I'm saying? As soon as the Hispanics try to come over here, they try to say, oh man, they might be gang members, they might be drug dealers. That's what Donald Trump said. But they let these stinking, dirty Afghanistans come over here, and they can be damn bombers or something. They don't give a damn. You know why? They don't care about that because they are not under curses. These curses is only on Black, Hispanic, and Native American Indians. You understand? And it said, would God it were mourning for the fear of thine heart, wherewith thou shalt fear, and for the sight of thine eyes, which thou shalt see. And you're gonna be saying like, damn, is this man? If God, man, hopefully, I pray to God that I make it to see another day. You know what I'm saying? I pray I wake up to see tomorrow. I pray I wake up and get to see tonight. You know what I'm saying? See my son's birthday and eat Thanksgiving. We pray for the wrong things, man. You understand? But you're gonna be praying to God that you get to see, because you see everybody around you dropping like flies. And that's why it's so important to be in the ISUBK and learn this brotherhood and learn how to be in this truth. Because what did David say? David say thousands gonna drop. What did it say? Left and right by you, but you ain't gonna drop. You gonna see people dying left and right, but it ain't gonna come near you. You know what I'm saying? You know why? Because you serve the Lord. That's how important it is to be in the ISUBK. Because I suffer from this curse in when I was in the world every day. And then you know what happened when you live that type of lifestyle when you think you're gonna die every day. Eventually, that fear gonna turn into, nigga, I don't give a damn. I don't care, nigga. I don't care if I go to jail. I don't care if I die, nigga. I don't care about nothing. And you gonna, so in any type of situation presents yourself, you gonna act like a little kid about the situation. And what I mean by that is like when you grown, like, okay, so like children or women, they don't know how to react to a situation, so they just react. You understand? But when
Right.
you grown and you come up in ISUPK, you be taught how to be a man. You won't be like that. You won't be emotional like that. A situation, and we learn that every week at camp. You know what I'm saying? So we
Right.
people come up in the camp, niggas, shut up, false prophets, you niggas. Woo. They say all type of, but we don't lose our composure and act like a child. You understand? We don't.
Right.
But it's just so much that come with these scriptures, man. And that's why it's so important to be in this ISUPK, man. But yeah, that's all I want to
Damn,
add on. Yeah.
damn right, sir. Damn right, sir. With that being said, I'm gonna go ahead in the class. Y'all by Shimmy Al Shah Barak Thumb to the brothers. Y'all Shamal Thumb by Shimmy Al Shah to the sisters.
Shalom.
Man, Shalom.